Hey y'all. So I finally made it outside into the car. It is so hot. It's still hot. I'm still complaining about it's hot, and you know what? I'm just, I'm already over summer. What is on my camera? I'm already over summer. Like me and Summer, we didn't make it. We didn't have a good run. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over it. And that's that. Meanwhile, there has been so many things going on online, and I figured, let's just kind of talk about it. Let me see what you guys think about some of this stuff, because some of the stuff that, I've been seeing online, my God, critical. And I'm like, what is wrong with people nowadays? I just don't understand. Like, I don't get where these people are coming from. I don't understand why you're pulling, these shenanigans. I don't understand, what your motives are for this kind of stuff. Like, what is wrong with you? What are you doing? Why is this? Why? I'm sorry. I literally laughed my eyelash off yesterday, and there's nothing I can do about it. So if my eyelashes are bothering you guys, please forgive me. But with my glasses on, I don't think it's going to be an issue. What? Me and my daughter were goofing off yesterday, and I literally laughed my eyelashes off. So, yeah. It's bad. It's really bad. When we get together, I don't know how you guys are with your kids, but when me and my kid, when we get together, it's bad. It is really bad. So, yeah, we cut up. We acted up yesterday. And I meant to get footage, because I was like, we're going out. Like this morning I went to McDonald's because they had this backpack giveaway, and I could have got footage of that, but I didn't vlog it. I just went there. It was only 2-3 minutes, and then I decided to go through the drive-through and get breakfast since I was already out there, and that was that. So I was out there less than 10 minutes, which I could have vlogged, but I just wasn't thinking about it. Like, I haven't been thinking about it lately. And yesterday we did so much shopping. I mean, so much shopping for my granddaughter, because she's getting ready to go to school. And she's getting ready to go to school, first grade. So no more kindergarten. She's first grade. She's, feeling herself or whatever. And, she has to be cute. She has to be sharp. So we got jeans and dresses and shoes and the whole nine. So needless to say, grandma's broke. But I ended up finding myself a pair of shoes, a pair of TH slides, and I was like, okay, I can deal with that because it's still summer. And slides are pretty cool because you always need house shoes or whatever, and so slides are cool. So I'm kind of like wearing them now. They're like, you have to still break shoes in, how you break them in. And I'm like, well, I'm not going anywhere. I kind of felt like I wanted to go to Five Below and see what they had available. And I was still contemplating if I was going to get the Better Than Chocolate palette. And I'm like, I think I'm going to wait to get that palette, because I'm going to wait to get that palette because I have so many eyeshadow palettes. And even like in the summertime, like right now, like I told you guys, in the summertime, I really don't do makeup tutorials and stuff because I'm sweating and I sweat the makeup off and I'm hot. And so for me to keep buying more makeup or whatever, and I guess I could do an eyeshadow tutorial, but I'm still gonna sweat. I'm still gonna sweat it off. So I'm just like wasting makeup. So it just doesn't make sense, for me to, collect a lot of makeup, in the summertime, because I can't review it because, I'm sweating. Unless it's a sweat proof makeup, then I don't need to be, trying to do any of those things in the summer or whatever until I can situate myself, I guess, to where, okay, instead of in the summertime doing makeup, we do skincare or something like that. And I know other people, they do makeup, you know what I'm saying, like tutorials all year round, which is fine or whatever, but I don't know if anybody else deals with, oh, but I'm gonna sweat, and oh, I'm gonna sweat my makeup off, or I just I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm just not only a makeup vlogger, if that makes sense. So when I see people doing makeup at 12 o'clock at night, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I'm not doing that. Makeup is expensive for me because I do not like cheap makeup. I've had so many problems with my skin. I barely ever will allow myself to go to, Walmart or something, like that to get makeup. Just because of my fear. I have a fear, that my skin is going to get jacked up, and, I'm going to be in the same situation I was when I was a teenager or whatever. So, I have that phobia. It just has to be high-end makeup, and I have to read the ingredients, and, I have to know what I'm putting on my face, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to have a good primer, and my face has to have that barrier in between my skin and the makeup. And I just, I'm just not like a cheapskate when it comes to certain things, and makeup is one of them. It's going to be on my face all day, but I just can't wrap my head around getting up, doing a tutorial at 2 a.m. because it's cool, and you know what I'm saying? Like, then I have to wash my face before I go to bed, and even though I created content, I still feel like I just wasted a face full of makeup. Am I going to feel like taking pictures and doing all this stuff at 2 a.m.? No. But I guess when you're 20-something years old, that's, not a problem for you or whatever. But I'm in my 50s. I don't want to do that, I want to utilize, the face that I put on during the day. It just seems like it would be, normal to do that. So this was not a summer for me to just do makeup tutorials and sweat them off every day, or sweat during the makeup tutorial. Like, that just wasn't, for me. So then there is the problem of the internet. My internet in the country is trash. It is trash. It takes me so long to upload my content. It just doesn't even make sense. And it seems like it gets worse. And I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know if I told you guys already, but when I was on Periscope, I was in the country, and I was live almost every day. And I barely had a bad day on Periscope. So I don't know what the problem is with, I don't know if the problem is with, YouTube, or, going live on Instagram or whatever. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know what the problem is. So with that being said, yeah, I don't know. But it's trash. Instead of getting better, it's getting worse. You never know. Weird people around here. And yes, they get the side eye from me because I don't know you. I don't know you, sir. You're looking at me, but I'm looking at you like, what? Stranger. What? Okay, I found my ring that I lost yesterday. That's great. I'm gonna have to lock the car up because, yeah, I got my pair of shoes in here from yesterday and I don't want anybody to steal my shoes. So, and I need to get my harness out of the trunk if I can, so I can be hands-free. Let's see. I don't even know why I put it in the trunk anyway. Oh, my daughter put her flat iron in my trunk. Weird. Interesting. Huh. Wow. My miracle soap. I love this soap. I can't remember if it worked okay or not. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about that brush either. This mirror would be a lot better for me in my purse. I never have a mirror when I need a mirror. Hi. Two? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing today?
Hot. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a little hot in here today. Yesterday was cold.
I am burning up.
I was just trying to get that schedule right because my birthday on the 16th. She put me off. I told her I want to work on my birthday. I ain't doing it.
I don't blame you.
So, you said what, Tay?
She got 2 weeks scheduled out. I didn't even see that.
Girl, I don't care. I told her 15. I was just letting y'all know it's my birthday. I want to work. It's going to be $14.99, ma'am. I ain't doing nothing. I work some little hours. I'll take down. I'm going to give you your mirror so you can put it in your purse if you want to now.
Oh, no. You can put it in the bag.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Hold on. It's me.
Okay.
I was trying to put stuff in there and trying to move and all that. Sorry.
Oh, no. You're fine.
Yeah, I had to call her. I guess I got her confused, but I texted her last night and told her I can work the 15, 16, and 17. Yes, she got confused trying to make that schedule, but honey, I want my days. I won't work. Use that right here. How you doing, that ma'am?
I'm doing good.
You can set your stuff right here if you want to move some more. Right there. You have a blessed evening, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You saying everything okay?
Just that fast. Sweated what little eyeliner I had off. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, seriously, I sweat myself to death. Like, y'all don't know. I drink so much water and I sweat. And it's just like a never-ending cycle. So, yeah, eyelashes are probably going to be completely off. You know, eyebrows are, you know, leaving. And this is like the L'Oreal tattoo, you know, 24 hour. And it still comes off. And I'm like, oh my God. Girl, come on. I ain't got time for this. I gotta go. Y'all playing in the street. Y'all act like y'all have rubber bumpers or whatever. People in the vehicles are in charge, not the people who are walking. Pedestrians don't have rubber bumpers. Go. Anyway, when I cut the camera on, what I was really thinking about was the preacher that supposedly got robbed, allegedly, right? And how sketchy everything looked on that video. I don't know if you guys have been, following this story, but I have been following the story. And it's weird. It is really strange. So this guy is an ex-con. He was a felon. He did some crimes, I don't know if you would consider them blue-collar crimes, white-collar crimes. I'm not sure, but they were big enough that he got a prison term. So he was not in jail. He was in prison. And he spent some time in prison. And then when he got out, he decided that he wanted to be a pastor and create this church. And so I guess that's what he's been doing. They also own properties. They also are into real estate. He's married with children. And so he, he's living his best life, I guess. And while he's live streaming, he considers himself a public figure. While he's live streaming, he says that while he's live streaming, he says that he was robbed, and it was on live stream. So the robbers come in to the church, and they only rob he and his wife. Everybody else is there, but nobody else gets robbed. There's a deacon or somebody sitting in the corner, right? And you can see him as plain as day on the screen. Never moves a muscle. Never, he's just there. He's just there. Never moves a muscle. He was acting as if nothing was happening. He was acting as if nothing was happening. When I tell you this man was kind of like one of those mannequin things in the department stores that wear the clothes and they're just kind of... I was like, that's weird. That's weird. So, yeah. What do y'all think about this? What do y'all make of this? Do you believe that this man was... Do you believe that this man was robbed? Is what I want to know. I'm having a hard time believing he was robbed. I don't know, you guys. I'm having a hard time believing that this man was robbed. I was thinking about going to Starbucks, but I may do that later, go tomorrow. And the reason that I feel the way that I feel is because he didn't get a license plate number to give to the police. He says that he ran after the car and that the people were in a luxury car. The way the gunman was holding the gun, there was something about eye contact that made me a little uncomfortable. I was kind of thinking, and I was watching the lead attorney last night, and he said something along the same lines. He was like, watch how the gunman holds the gun, and then also it's real strange how he says that security is always with me 24/7, which is what he told Tasha K. Security's always with me, but this particular day it was a special circumstance. And so if security is always with you, but the one day security is not with you is the day that you get robbed, were these people watching you, which would make me assume that this was real? Or did you coerce your bodyguards to create this facade for you? Or did you hire, some random people off the street or even someone in the congregation? And even if, you did all of this, why would your deacon person in the corner not be, rattled at all? I mean, everybody else was. And he had said in an interview that he instructed everybody to get down on the ground. Why couldn't we hear that on the tape? We heard everything else you said, but we didn't hear that. So what was that about? I did hear him say something like, get down, it's okay, or something like that. Now you've got the wife. The wife, I don't know if she found out this was a fake. Oh, excuse me, you guys. I don't know what the issue was, whatever, but Larry Reid Live said that she was at a hotel and, I guess she's, on the verge of leaving him or whatever, because nobody had heard from her. She hadn't made a statement as the first lady or whatever, and it was just kind of, what are her thoughts? How come we haven't heard from her? We haven't heard from her because she hasn't been there. She, has been on, hiatus or, whatever, dealing with this the way she's dealing with it. And even if, he put this whole thing on, you still put people in jeopardy with a firearm in the congregation, your family, your wife, the baby. And then, even if this was fake, even if the gun was fake, you still had it was that fear factor. And it's like, it's just so much. It's so much. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? As a pastor or whatever, you handled all of this wrong. You're supposed to be so shook and shocked about, the robbery and all of this kind of stuff. But you had time to get smart with Larry Reid. You had time, to go after a man that has done nothing to you. And you're the one that clicked on, join on Instagram Live with Larry Reid to talk to him. He didn't invite you. You, sir, wanted to get on there because you didn't like the way their conversation was going about your situation that you allegedly, was robbed. And the only people that were robbed in the entire room were you and your wife, not your deacon fellow that was sitting in the corner, not any of your other, audience members, not the congregation, no parishioners, nothing, nobody. It's just you and she and you, and that's it. So I personally have a hard time believing this stuff with the things stacked against you. I'm sorry. I don't believe that this alleged, it's just my opinion. I'm not saying that anybody else has the same opinion. I'm just saying that this is my opinion, is all I'm saying. And I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but just for me, it just doesn't add up. There needs to be some explaining. There needs to be some breakdown coming from him. And by the way, the press conference, that's not. Thank you. Sometimes I hate going to the gas station because, like, why are these people so noisy? Why are these people so noisy? Why do you guys rev up at the gas station? It's so weird. Like, it's a gas station. It's not that big a deal. Like, chill out. Anyway, I guess that's about all I had to say about this situation. I just don't get it. Why are people so adamant about playing with the Lord these days? It's 2022. I would assume that people are seeking salvation, and instead of seeking salvation, they are seeking a hell-bound eternity by playing with the church, playing in church. But let me just be clear, and again, this is just how I feel based on facts of the Bible. Now, this is just me. I didn't get this from anybody else, but the foundation of whatever church you belong to is definitely laid down by the head, so as the Bible says. And the head of that church, the head of that congregation, the head of that physical brick and mortar church, all raggedy as it is, with his, Versace and, all of the things that he has, and then you want to lay down one of the raggediest brick and mortar churches for your congregation. That speaks volumes. That speaks a lot, because it lets us know who you care about. It's in the way you live. It's in your actions. And you told Larry Reed that you own the whole block. You told Larry Reed, so instead of buying a whole block of things, why do you not just, get your church in order and let your church reflect, your lifestyle, and vice versa? Why would you be in one of the raggediest buildings on the planet, have the inside dressed up to where it looks like you're at the Potter's house or something, which clearly you are not, because the outside looks crazy. The inside of your church looks like it's ready for live streaming, which is exactly what you want it to look like. But you, I mean, I've never seen anything like it. You're backwards, sir. This is totally backwards. You knew you were going to get backlash on this, first of all. So don't be looking at people sideways, and don't be getting an attitude or whatever. Second of all, if you are a public figure and you're seeking this, influencer lifestyle on the internet, like Larry Reed was trying to tell you as you were cutting him off, this is what comes with the territory. We all deal with this. We all are talked about. We all get crazy comments and stuff like that. Get used to it. Get used to it. What could be worse than, your stint and your stay in prison? You can't handle somebody saying something about you on the internet. You're clearly not on focus. And so if that's what you want to do, that's fine or whatever, but you don't look any better. I would assume that you would be trying to get your church together in order or whatever, but I understand that if this alleged theft is not real and all of this is fake, and in my opinion it is, back to fact, you are leading the congregation astray with your foolishness. And that is totally incorrect. That is completely out of pocket. You are so far out of line, it doesn't even make sense. You owe these people an apology for your shenanigans, if you did set this whole thing up. And I'm just like, I'm floored with all of the evidence stacked against you and how this is looking for you. And in the beginning, everybody was feeling so bad and how people are playing in church and they're not taking the Lord seriously and, all of the things. And then when we start looking, not at your background, as you, attempted to say, but we're looking at the footage. We're looking at the footage that you allowed on the internet, sir. That don't look like no robbery. But again, that's just my opinion. I'm just saying, from my perspective, from my point of view, that does not look like a robbery, and it looked like it was staged. It looks like you know, those reenactments. That's what it looks like. It looked like you created a reenactment of something. But it didn't look like that was the actual robbery. So if that's what it was, then, you know, we may have something, you know, to talk about. But what we saw and what you released on the internet was certainly not a robbery. Once again, allegedly, and in my opinion. So with that being said, I have made it to my destination. I am back at home, and I'm going to take my things in the house and get ready for to create some more content. But do let me know what you guys think about this, because I have said my piece. I'm disappointed. I really am. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think about this. I know you've been seeing this float around on the internet, and you know, I was going to get around to saying something about it. I didn't want to overstep my boundaries just because it was the news story. I wanted to wait a little bit and see how it was going to, you know, play out before I said anything, before I gave my opinion or whatever. But now that I have, you know, I want my teacups to chime in. What do you guys think about this? Like, do you think it's real? Do you think it's true? What do you think about the footage? What do you think about everything that you've seen? The fight with Larry Reed, the press conference, his lifestyle versus the way his church even looks, like everything. Let me hear your comments. Let me hear your opinions. I want to know. Anyway, you guys, be careful out there. Mask it up. Use your hand sanitizer. Remember to always live on purpose, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. I love you, teacups.